Hey family, it's your girl Yo-Yo from Dynamic Designs by Yo-Yo. And today we are going to turn this into this and this. Yes, look at that. Those are so, let me get that light out of there. Those are so cute. Yes, look at that. That is so cute. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, family, so this is the sticker paper that I use. You see the bag is kind of beat up. The bag is beat up. But yes, inkjet sticker paper, glossy. This is what I used. You can use, I'm going to say it again. I would suggest using a waterproof sticker paper or even a vinyl sticker paper so that you don't end up with the smudges from this paper right here. But this is what I use in the video. We are going to be using Canva to make our composition book. So I use the paid version of Canva. I'm not sure if you need to have the paid version or not. There are a lot of free features in Canva that are wonderful to use. So, but I just wanted to let you know that I do use the paid version of Canva. Okay, so the first thing that you'll need to do is make sure that your image is 7 by 9.75, I believe it is. Let me make sure. Yes. So the composition cover is 7 by 9.75 inches. Okay. So you want to make sure that that is the size of your cover. All right. So what I did was, so what we're going to do is we're going to create the emotions composition notebook cover that I showed you guys. Okay. So what we're going to do is go here to upload. Now, what I did was I went to Google. So let's do that first. We're going to go to Google. Okay, so I can show you where you can get your composition notebook covers. Okay, so I'm going to go here to Google and we're going to type in composition. Am I spelling that right? Okay, composition notebook background. Okay, that's what we're going to click on. Composition notebook background. Then we're going to go here to images. Okay, click on images, and all you have to do is search for the images that you want. That is as simple as that. There are, now when you do download your image, you want to make sure that the image is high resolution. Okay. And usually I like to use a resolution of about 800, and I'll show you where that is. So what I chose for that particular notebook cover was this rainbow pattern. So I'll click on that. And like I said, I like to use at least 800, but this one was 750. So, I used it anyway. The reason I used this one anyway is because I wasn't going to use it in its bold form. I was going to give it a little bit of transparency, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. So anyway, what I did was I clicked on this. With my mouse, I left clicked, and I went to save image as. Okay, save image as, and then I saved it as the rainbow composition book cover, which is what came up, and it's gonna save it as a JPEG, which is fine. You can use it a PNG, JPEG, a JPG file. All of that is fine. Okay. So then I just hit save. I'm not gonna save it again because I already have it, but then I just hit save. Okay. Then once I saved it, we're going to click out of Google, click out of this. So once I saved it, then I went to upload files. Okay. I went to downloads. And so this is a little extra. I'm showing you guys how to get images off of Google to use them. So this is a little extra for this um little extra um gem, so to speak, that I'm giving you for this particular project. So then I go here to rainbow composition book cover, click on that, open it, and it's gonna download it right to Canva for me. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using that background cover. The image that I'm gonna be using, the emotions image, or the feelings image, or whatever you want to call it. I purchased that from Etsy, and I think it was maybe $2. So you can purchase that image from Etsy. I had planned to put it on a shirt for my granddaughter, but then I was like, you know what, this will look really cute on a composition book for her as well. I will also use that image for a t-shirt, and if you would like to see me do that, do a video on how I put that image on a shirt, just leave a comment in the comments, let me know, and then I'll do a tutorial on that. Okay, so now that we're here, we've uploaded our rainbow background. We're going to click on it, and when you click on it, when you left click on it with your mouse, it is going to populate your background. Now, we don't want the square this small, and I don't have time to try to figure out the measurement. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on it, and this drop down menu will show up, and we're going to go down to where it says set image as background, and that's what there it is. So it's the exact size that I need, and it's exactly what I want. Now remember, I said I didn't want it to be this bold because I didn't want it to take over the entire notebook, take away from the background on the notebook. Okay, I mean, take away from the image. I'm sorry, that I'm going to put on the composition book. So what I'm going to do is click on it, on the image, and I'm going to go up here to this box that looks like it's a checkerboard, and you'll see the word transparency pop up. So then what we're going to do is click on that, and we're going to change the transparency to 70. Okay, you don't have to do this. It was just for this particular notebook. I didn't want to use I didn't want it to be as bold. Okay. Um, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go find our image. And since I've already uploaded the image, excuse me, I'm sorry, the image for the emotions, I'm just going to click on that one, and it pops right on up. And so I just want to make sure that it's centered and that I leave room to add the top, which is the actual composition, um, the label that lets you know it is a composition book. Okay. Now, I wanted to be a little extra because that's what I am, a little extra. And so what I did was I added an element to this because it looked like, even though, and I'm going to make it a little bigger so you can see it. So even though, you guys, even though family, it is it's a cute image. I just felt that it didn't pop. Okay. So what I wanted to do is make this image pop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on edit image, and I'm going to add an outline to it. Okay. So once I hit edit image, you'll see on the left hand side of the screen, there's a pop down menu, and I'm going to go to shadows. Okay. Click on shadows, and you'll see some boxes that'll pop up, and you'll see one that says outline. So we're going to click on outline. Now that black outline was a little too overwhelming for the photo or for the picture to me. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and I'm just going to change the color. And I'm going to change the color to more of a pink. Okay. You know what? Let's go to, we're going to make it a little darker pink. How about that? So what I want to do is move this. You see this color wheel, so to speak. We're going to move it over. And we're going to click on pink. Till I get the pink that I'm looking for. Okay, so you just click on whichever one you like, and I wanted something to match this the pink that's on in the composition notebook cover. Okay, now I have that. Okay, so bam. Now what I'm going to do is now we have to add some. I'm gonna make it a little smaller so I can see the entire thing. Now what we're gonna do is add the composition where it says composition book. Now, again, this same image I got from Google. And all I did was upload it to Canva. And so I could use it for the composition book. I'm going to click on it and it will automatically click on it will automatically populate on the image I have on the screen. So the other thing is I want to make sure that it is at least centered. And so there's a red when you click on your image and um put it on the screen, a red line is going to pop up. That red line lets you know if your image is centered. Okay, so bam, it's centered. That's what I want. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. And bam, that's pretty. Listen, the battle is over, baby. You've created the composition book cover. Okay. And so the other thing that I decided to do was just to add some text. Okay. I wanted to add my granddaughter's name. You could choose whatever text you like. I don't remember the text that I use for her name. Ooh. So I'm just going to click on text and I am going to add a heading, add a heading. Okay. And so I'm just going to, where it says add a heading, I'm just going to put that exactly where I want it on my notebook. I'm going to double click on it and I'm going to type my granddaughter's name. Okay. So that's where I want it. But I this is not the font that I want. Okay. This is the default font. So I'm going to go here where it says a font. And I'm going to click on the drop down menu. And I'm going to find the font that I want. And that's all you have to do. You find whatever font you want. So I'm going to use this. I believe it was this More Sugar font that I used. Okay. And that's what I clicked on. More Sugar. And so now I need to change the color of my font. So I'm going to click here where you see this letter A and this rainbow that allows you to change the text color. So we're going to click on that. And now the colors that are on my document, they're going to automatically pop up here at the top. That's why I love Canva. It's just so user friendly. So I can just click on this one because that's the exact color of the what's on my notebook cover. However, you can even do something. You can go down a little further and it will show you the colors that are in both of your photos, well, both of the photos that I have on screen. Okay. Well, actually all three, because I have my background, and I have the emotions photo, and then I also have the composition book. So it will give you all of the colors that are in your images. I love that about Canva. Okay, baby, when I tell you Canva is so user friendly, I know there are people that use Photoshop and they use other programs. I have never been able to master those. I started using Canva maybe a year ago, and when I tell you, baby, I love it. Yes, auntie, baby, I love it. So I use Canva, a lot. So now that I have the name, that's it. We're done. Okay, we are done. All you have to do is print it. And now what I use koala sticker paper, and I'll show you. I'll show you the package. However, I would suggest using a waterproof sticker paper because koala does the black on the koala paper does tend to smear. Okay, so I would suggest using a waterproof sticker paper for this project, and um because then the colors won't smear. Okay, and we know little kids, they're gonna rub their hands across it and all that kind of stuff, so you want to have something that's not gonna smear. Okay, and so I'm just gonna show you some other ones that I did. So you can upload any picture you want. Now this black one that you see is the one I'm going to actually show you how to put on the notebook. Okay, because I showed you a picture of this one in the beginning, but the one we're going to actually put on the notebook is this one right here. And it's all the same thing. I used a black background. Now the image that you see here of the little girl, I got that from a crafting group that I am in. Somebody did these images and I thought it was so pretty. So that's not my image. I didn't purchase it from Etsy. I got it from a crafting group. So we're going to be putting this. I'm going to show you guys how to actually put this one on the notebook. Okay? And that took all of 15 minutes, honestly, of me showing you how to make this composition book cover. The only reason it's longer than 15 minutes is because I've been talking too much. But anyway, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go here to share. Okay. And when you go to share, we're going to download our image. So you're going to click on download because I'm not using Canva to print my image. I'm just going to use my HP Inkjet printer. So normally what I do is I will change the size to 3. And that's because I like my images at at least 300 DPI. Don't ask me what that means. I'm not sure. It just means that the image has a higher resolution. Okay. And so you don't have to do this. You don't have to change it to 3. I just do that, and it'll say about 4,300 by 6. I'm sorry, yeah, 4,300 by 6,000 pixels. Again, I'm not a photographer. I don't know about pixels, all of that. I just know that I like to use at least a 300 DPI, and changing it till 3 will give me that. Okay, so then we'll go here and it'll say all pages. No, I don't want to download all pages. I only want to download the page that we're going to be doing. And remember, I told you um, we're gonna put this one on the notebook. So we're just gonna click on that, hit done, and then you hit download. Once you hit download, then it's going to save it to your downloads. Okay. So that's it for that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to print it out. So just hold on. Okay, family. So now I have opened my downloaded image for my composition book. And this thing is it's so cute. I mean, look at her. This is I can't wait to give it to my granddaughter because this is just the cutest little image. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is print it. So I'm going to go to print. And I'm using my HP DeskJet 4100. Okay, that's the printer that I'm using. It's an inkjet printer. Okay, family. So we have printed out our image, our cover for our composition book, and now I'm just going to show you how to assemble it. Okay, so what I like to do, I have an X-Acto knife. I'm going to use that, but I like to use my scissors just to cut off this edge. Now this is the edge that is going to be, let me turn it around so you can see it. So this is the edge that's going to be closest to the edge of my composition notebook. I don't want to cover up the black part, okay? All I'm covering is just the front part right here, okay? So what I like to do is just cut this part off. And I don't know if I told y'all recently, but I like to go skating. I really like skating. And I try to skate as much as I can. But one thing I've learned is that at this age, I can't fall. Like, I have to make every effort not to fall, okay? And so I normally don't fall when I'm skating, okay? See how I was talking about that edge? I normally don't fall when I'm skating. But I fell. The last time I was skating, I went skate with my granddaughter and my youngest granddaughter for her birthday, and she was turning 4. And so I fell. I know I really hurt myself, but I didn't want to ruin my granddaughter's birthday, so I kind of just kept it together. And I'm one of those people, you know, I really believe you fall, you get back up. So that's what I did. I got back up. I kept on skating. But later on, I was in a lot of pain, but just knee pain. Well, my knee, that's been a month ago. My knee has since healed up. But then I noticed that I had some back pain. And, back and neck pain. And so I ended up going to the doctor today. I had to have an x-ray because of the pain. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'm really hoping that it's nothing, you know, just some soreness, residual soreness. But I said all that to say, baby, when you get to be this age, you cannot be falling, okay? I am too old to be falling down. I will say that much. So I have to be... knee pads and elbow pads are in the future of my skating career, okay? Definitely in the very near future. Okay, so now what I've done is I cut that end off and then I peeled it back just a little bit. And I'm gonna line it up. And what I want to do is line it up at the top and leave whatever that needs to be cut off at the bottom. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. And remember, I think I said in the video that I had used koala sticker paper. And koala's fine, but the black will smear. So you might want to use a different paper. And you can see it smearing right here. So I'm going to do the best I can not to, you know, have it smear a whole lot. So, and all I'm doing is just peeling back the backing and letting it fall onto the cover of the composition book. Okay, so you see that? So what I want to do is cut all this other extra off. So what I do is I open the book up and then just lay down the cover. Mash it down to make sure that the paper has adhered to it. And then I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and cut the edges off. I try to, baby, I'm going to tell y'all something. One thing I cannot do is cut a straight line. But I found this was the best way to cut it. So, yeah, like I said, you just take your X-Acto knife and go around. But, yeah, I want to ask you guys too. Any of you guys out there over 50, over 40 that's still skating, or still try to be active? And I learned how to skate when I was a little kid. My mother bought me some skates, and baby, that was all she wrote. So I've always, and I own my own pair of skates. Now I'm not I'm not I'm not a roll bounce skater, but I do all right, and I never fall. So I was very surprised when I did fall. But yeah, so if you're over 50, over 40, and you're still out there, being active, kudos to you. Continue to be active, but be very careful, okay? Because at this age, when you fall, it's expensive. So just imagine I had to go to the doctor, then I had and just imagine if I didn't have insurance. So you got to pay a copay, baby, it's just a lot. But anyway, I feel, like I said, I've had some pain, but nothing, well, it was enough for me to have to go to the doctor. So I will say that. But y'all keep a girl in prayer, okay? Because I don't want it to be any more than just, maybe I have to do I don't even want to have to do no physical therapy. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I want to put my skates on again and go back out with my granddaughter. And she's 4, so I really want her to learn early, skating, and even be a better skater than me and her dad. But isn't that beautiful, y'all? Look at that. Baby, y'all can't tell me. And that way you don't have to fold anything over. Now, I could have brought it a little closer to the top of the page. But, it's fine. It looks good. And I love it. I love the way it turned out. Baby, that is fire. That is fire. Your baby, your granddaughter can go back to school with personalized composition books. And you could even put their picture on it if you like. You know what I'm saying? You just do it any way you want. So this came out so beautiful. And I'm going to show you just a couple others that I made. I think I showed this earlier in the video. This is one I made for my granddaughter. I got this image from a crafting group that I'm in too. Okay. So but again, this is something you can do in Canva. And I'll show you, one other one. This one I made for, I'll show you 2 more. So this cover I made for my great nephew, and I put his picture on it. Okay, I had actually made him a book bag similar to this, but it had WWF or WWE, I forget which one, in the background. Okay, and I'll show you one more. And then this one I made for my granddaughter's cousin. And that's just the image that I purchased from Etsy I actually have a video where I put this image on Bibles that I used to make for Easter. So, you can just take any image that you want, add the label, and you got you a composition notebook. So, I want to thank you all for watching my video. If you like this kind of content, please hit that like button. Please, if you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new, if you're already a subscriber, thank you, and I appreciate you always coming back and watching my videos. Share my videos with your friends. And y'all keep a girl in prayer as it relates to that fall, that skating fall that I had. Pray for me. And yeah, until the next video, y'all continue to be blessed.